Alright, so I'm trying to figure out where all these are coming from. I thought it was this hose to the oil filter. So I replaced this one, and it seems that one is also leaking, because it goes all the way up. That said, we have tons of oil coming from other places besides that. So let's get under here and see. Yep, everything's wet. I have no idea what they were doing with all that silicone. Jesus. Silicone everywhere. Orange snot all over the engine. Doesn't look like it's coming from those pushrod tubes, but maybe. But it looks to me more like it's coming from these cylinders. That all looks like crap. But then we've got some here as well, which could be the valve cover gasket. And coming out of the screw, so maybe. Very possible. But that's an easy fix. These guys, on the other hand, I don't know, man. Looks like it's coming out of both too. But then we also have oil coming out of there. So apparently they didn't use enough snot on everything. Jesus. Look at all that. That is just disgusting. I really hope somebody built this in their garage, because if they did this at a shop, holy crap. Yeah, that one's coming out of the pushrod tube. The other side is going to look about the same. Pistons there too, the cylinders. Yeah, that's attractive. What the hell? Somebody tried to use a pry bar on it? Put the seam on the bottom, that's right. It's fucking coming out of there. Literally. Alright, well, I don't have a gasket set or anything yet. I ordered it, but it's not here yet. So I'm going to try popping the valve covers off and retorque the heads just for shits and giggles. I'm not expecting much, but, you know, I need to do the valves anyway, so do that and I'll check back. I've never had this style valve cover before. I don't know if it's going to be worth a damn or not. Always heard bad things, but you never know. It could be absolutely wonderful, even if they are leaking like damn sieves right now. Here, does it smell like dog piss around here? What, you can't smell it? Oh, they snotted the hell out of the valve cover gasket too. Breather hose off. I'd pay real money for them to standardize the size of the screws on these damn clamps. This hole fits. If you can see that rubber, that is just nasty. And putting that shit in the internal engine, I did this, should be smacked with a 2x4. Look at that. Made in Taiwan. Must be quality. Probably empty Chinese for crap. So that's kind of cool. We got valve stem caps, I'm assuming they're titanium, and roller rockers, ball rockers. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta pull the valve train off. Alright, let's take it off. Being so tight. Alright, I'm gonna get something to lever that off with. I'll be back. Got it off with a little persuasion with the plastic mallet. Autocraft machine. You have any idea what that is? Never heard of them. Alright. We got definitely got valve lash caps and dual springs. Obviously they tried to put some money into this. Wish they put the money in the assembly, but take what I can get. Let's see. Just seeing if any are loose before I hit it with the torque wrench. Lengths, I think. There, that's definitely a problem. Q2 24. Alright. 24 foot-pounds. I'm gonna need to find a long 15. Yeah. Okay. Deep 15. Let's do this. Yep. Yep. Well, that obviously wasn't the problem. None of them are loose. Here I should put those tin screws in. See when there's a place for it to go. What the hell? God damn shitty aftermarket chrome crap tin. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That's where the screw should be to hold that tin in place. I don't know if you can see. Right there's nothing on the other side of that. It looks like the fan shroud doesn't come down far enough. But that's as far as it's going to go. And there's no hole up there for this screw. But without this screw, this cylinder tin just flops. It should be done like that. The other side's staying down, see? No problem. Even though that doesn't have a screw either. Why is there so much junk? So I wish I had thought to record this. There were holes where that screw is. So I thought that they were made for the tin screws. So I went and bought some tin screws because I don't like missing them and I don't like how sloppy these were in. And the holes were too small. They were drilled out to... that. Come on, focus. There we go. They were drilled out to that. 3/16. I went and drilled them again to 7/32. You can't see it. 7/32. And I did a test on a piece of sheet metal and that was just a smig too big. So thinking it had to be metric. Anyway, so I left it at 3/32 or 3/16 and broke out my tap and die set. And I tapped it to 13/64. This is actually listed as 5x1, so 5mm by 1 for the threads. Tapped it to that and it was perfect. So any other places I find that it's loose, if it's possible, I'm going to tap it out, drill it out like that and tap it out. And it fits nice and tight, as you can sort of see. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that is the stud turning in the case. Yay. Alright, buttoning it back up. I the only one that finds it odd that there isn't a washer? Seems to me there should be a washer on these. I'm going to adjust the valves and then we'll pick back up when I go to figure out what to do about a gasket. Apparently I haven't been recording. So, in case it didn't get recorded, I decided to use the neoprene gaskets. Since this is the aluminum valve cover instead of the factory steel. Now if it was factory steel, you wouldn't catch me using anything but these. Cork or nothing. But these, with the more rigid body, I think are probably fine with the neoprenes. I did clean off all the silicone goop. This crap. So we'll see. Wiped it down really good. That way we can see any leaks. And give this a whole quick wipe down too. Now I wonder if it's the oil pump that's leaking or if it's the rear main seal. Crap. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to do the other side and we'll check back. Well, as you can see, it didn't leak. I ran it for a good 15 minutes before I started filming. And no leaks out of that valve cover. The other one still has some leaks around the screws. I think that the problem is the O-rings are probably collapsed. So I need to order some new ones of those, but otherwise, alright, I'm good with that. Still leaking out of the, still can't tell if it's the oil pump cover or the rear main seal, but it's leaking there somewhere. I'm probably gonna have to pull the pulley off to find out for sure. Yeah, that's something I'm not looking forward to. But anyway, I think that's it for tonight. If you like this, we're going to do more of them. I'm going to do more of them. Eventually I'll have my daughter involved too. And we'll be working on this and on the 64 that's completely in pieces in a friend's garage. So subscribe if you want to see the rest. Have a good one. What the hell are all of you guys doing here? Look at all you.